Welcome back to the Simple Minds Sports Show. Here with your Friday Rewind, not live, pre-recorded Tuesday evening, December 16th. Joined here by myself and Dr. Bigmac. No Chief Bobby tonight.
His Native American wigwam didn't work to get cured from the illness that he has.
No, his smoke signals did not veer away the illness in his household, so he will not be joining us.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, didn't come.
No, she did not. She's a fine-looking medicine woman, and she did not heal that queer vine. So just us tonight, here to talk to you about all things Boston sports. So mostly we're going to start with Pats, of course, in their first loss in 10 games coming out of the bye. I think it's the first loss for Mike Vrabel out of a bye week as a head coach. So a disappointing loss there, blowing a 21-point lead. We've got a little Celtics talk. We've got around the NFL, early line, simplest minds of the week, as we always do. But as we do start with opening takes. Ray, why don't you go ahead?
Thank you there, Richard. And the bright light should be that this team will be like Buffalo in 3 years. We're not there yet. Drake May still hasn't played a full NFL season. He is going to be an MVP, just like Josh Allen. So there's light at the end of the tunnel after this terrible defeat, losing when you're up 21-0, there's bright spots. Drake May could be that guy. He will be that guy. This defense looked great. They just couldn't play a full 60-minute game, but this team needs to learn to play 60 minutes, and we will be like the Bills, and we will be curb stomping our competition in the future.
Too much positivity from an atrocious loss. The Bills have not curb stopped fucking anybody, even in their 5 years as a division winner in the AFC East. They've been curb stomped by better teams along the way, choking and puking down their throats. So if you're the Bills in 3 years, boo, that sucks. You don't want to be the Bills. You want to be the Patriots. I am not positive after that loss. It's a trend that we have yet to talk about because of the easy schedule, and the Bills just spanked you like they were their daddy. There's my opening take. Bad loss for the Pats. Don't sugarcoat it like a bunch of pussies. That was a bad fucking loss, all right? So let's do some of that talk. Welcome. I'm back. Hope you like it. And if you'd like to continue that positivity, we're going to talk about how the fucking Celtics still blow in the fourth quarter. So that'll be on the table along with some other things. This is the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday Rewind. Welcome to the show.
I got something troubling on my
if you're watching on YouTube, apologies. No Vine today, which really enlightens the show. Just Ray, cues a button, and myself. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platforms, please rate, subscribe, review, smash that subscribe button if you would. Tell your friends and tell your mothers. And tell them about I Love Boston Sports, with Ray has had the privilege of doing some intermingling with. Probably docking, but he just hasn't told us about that yet.
I have not, but go on to 250 Grand Street, Braintree, Massachusetts. One guy left. Terrell Jennings is the last signee. 12/29, he'll be there. Go down to 250 Grand Street. Go buy your Boston merch. If you're looking for a last-minute Christmas gift for a Boston sports fan, go down there. They got everything for you. The Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, Patriots, merchandise, hats, T-shirts, posters, you name it. They got it. Go check them out.
Patriots, Bills, hat and T-shirt game. Patriots fans are generally used to winning these hat and T-shirt games, and it looked like they're well on their way with a 21-0 lead, 21-3 lead. They finished the second half off with a nice executed drive to get 3 points on the board. We were all in the text chain happy, spouting their praises. Everything is golden. We're all looking good here coming out of the bye week, only to be absolutely curb stomped in the second half for 5 straight touchdown drives by the Buffalo Bills, where the offense managed to score one lonely touchdown, which was a fluky Travion Henderson broken play that went for 75 yards, which was awesome. Drake May leading the way. If that ended up being the winning touchdown, that would have been amazing. Yeah, Super Bowl, let's go.
MVP would have been.
Because 4 fucking throws later from Josh Allen with a little bit of help from the refs, I'll give you that. The lead was lost again, never to be had, because, and this is why you should be worried, and this is not why you should be talking about 3 years from now, which, by the way, 3 years is,
I don't know, I just threw it out there.
In the NFL. You should be looking at next year if you want to call yourself the Bills. and that's selling yourself short because the Bills have never won shit in their entire existence, and they never will because of the fucking Bills. So don't try to be the Bills, okay?
Okay.
But here's why you should worry. Drake May looked like a puddle of piss the entire second half. Frankly, most of that game, that was a Travion Henderson game. Give me the Drake May plays.
And Stevenson.
They
Stevenson had a
ran
good
the
game.
ball well early. Drake May looked late. His throws were behind most of the game, behind and high, which in the fairly, like you said, he has yet to play a full NFL season. So in the short sample size that we've seen Drake May relatively, when he is uncomfortable, he throws the ball high and behind his receivers. And that's what you saw in that game. And it's not like the Bills defense is a heralded defense across the NFL. So, you know
what they did do?
Denominator, you go to it and go, it feels like the moment was a little too big for Drake May. That's what it feels like to me.
It seems like they took away his safety blanket in Hunter Henry and Stephon Diggs. That seems like it was the Buffalo Bills game plan going in. They were making sure that Hunter Henry couldn't get the ball, neither could Stephon Diggs, and basically said, let Mac Hollins or Kayshon Boutte go out there and win you the game. And Buffalo shut down their two leading receivers, and Drake May couldn't complete passes to anyone else other than fucking Mac Hollins, pretty much.
Well, I maybe. I mean,
Greg Bedard came out and said that today. That's what their game plan was. And
good for them. How do you let them do that if you're Steph Diggs and Hunter Henry? Like they're the one of the worst pass defenses in the league. So man up, sack up, and get yourself open. And so, maybe, and another reason to worry here in your 2025 Patriots, some cracks in the armor. The number one biggest worry going into the season, if it wasn't offensive line, it was pass catchers for this team, including a 30-something-year-old Diggs with a blown ACL. We're coming back full cycle. Your shit schedule starts to get a little tougher, and your talent is not good enough to win out. And if you're relying on Hunter Henry and Steph Diggs to beat one-on-one coverage or bracketed coverage, you're going to lose that matchup. And you combine that with an inexperienced, as talented as he is, an inexperienced quarterback in Drake May, who just looked like not terribly lost, but hesitant. Early in the game,
second-guessing himself.
They were running the ball well with Henderson and Stevenson. Once things got scattered, his clock slowed down in the pocket, where early in the game he was scrambling. He knows his coaches have told him, don't get hit, stay in the pocket, wait for someone to get open. You could see him. It was like week one all over again, just not as bad. You could see his mind moving before his body was reacting. And if we want to give credit to the Bills defense and Sean McDermott, fine. But all I've heard from Patriots fans is how bad Sean McDermott is as a head coach and how shitty the Bills defense is. So you can't have it both ways. Either they went in there and outplayed you and are a better team than you, or to me, you go back to Drake May, who's been getting all the credit. The moment was just too big for him. And now you don't have to sound the alarms. That doesn't mean he's doomed or he sucks. What I've seen out of Drake May is every time he's failed in those moments, the next time he's put in those moments, he generally gets better or fully succeeds. So, you very well may see this Buffalo Bills team in wildcard weekend in a few weeks. And I would expect a better performance out of Drake May because of this experience that he had on Sunday. But please do not sugarcoat this as a good fucking loss. They've scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter in the past since week 5, I think is the stat. They have 2 fourth quarter touchdowns since week 5. So you want to move this conversation to coaching, to Drake May not performing in the clutch, to taking their foot off the gas pedal. There's a lot of circumstances here that may equate to that, but they exposed some things in the Patriots, and we can get to the defense all you want, not stop. That was like the Mac Jones playoff game, 7 fucking drives straight for touchdowns, 49 points, whatever, 5 straight touchdown drives. Come on, shape up.
The big thing too, and you haven't said it yet, it was the special teams. They were atrocious. They had some huge kickoff returns, got them on the plus side of the field. I believe Craig Woodson saved 1 touchdown, but yeah, at what point do you just say boot it in the end zone, take the touchback, take it to the 35 and just go from there? Because they were just getting to the 50 and on the other side of the field every single time on those kick returns.
They did, Raymond. In the fourth quarter, they kicked it to the end zone.
They still took it out.
Yeah, because they suck so bad.
Yeah.
It was the field position was a massive game changer in that. On the defense, Look, we can talk about the refs, who's the inconsistency of the calls and the pass interference calls. That seemed like it hurt the Patriots on 2 big plays. It's a problem across the NFL. It has been for literally decades.
You don't know what's what. You don't know what a pass interference call is. You don't know what holding is. You don't know. Everything changes.
And there's no feel for the game. So the 2 big ones, the 4th and 2 by the Bills, where Josh Allen just hucks it down the field, one-on-one coverage with Shakir, Marcus Jones. We can go back to the replay. Shakir never had the ball. I think that was an interception regardless, but they called it a pass interference. You can't reward that play for an offense on 4th and 2, hucking it down the field on an underthrown ball. That's the type of shit from a product standpoint the NFL has to clean up. And it's been that way forever. I get it. So they're rewarding the offensive play, but you have to understand the circumstances. 4th and 2, like they have not earned that play, the Bills, in that scenario.
Nope.
So that's the aggravating part for me. Never mind the actual physicality that it probably wasn't even a penalty anyway, and he picked the ball off. But maybe even a bigger one was the Carlton Davis 3rd down in Bills territory, would have led to a punt, and they call him for grabbing. Yes, he grabbed the shirt. But again,
everyone does that. Everybody, every fucking play, you see that.
Understand the situation. Like, you're awarding them the 1st down in a big play on a ticky-tack call that has not been going that way all game. It's we've done the show for 6 or something years now. We very rarely bitched about the referees costing games, maybe because the Patriots sucked so bad.
Yeah, for 6 years.
Sure, they haven't had a chance to.
Yeah.
But those are they're not egregious calls, so you can't get too mad about them. But I would love to see them on both sides of it. Eliminate that shit. Like, understand the circumstance of the game and let the players play. And those were kind of the words that you got out of the Patriots players and coach. Mike Vrabel had something to say about it too after the game. So the frustrations were there. To maybe tie a bow on the segment, the cracks in the armor for the Patriots, they are littered across this game and post game. Really second half and post game, because they looked fairly unbeatable in the first half. It's been a tale of 2 halves all season long. They went 7 weeks in a row. They couldn't stop a first possession score.
No, 9. It was like 9 weeks.
And now they've gone multiple weeks in a row where their second half offense has looked poor.
They flip-flopped. The flip-flop is now the second half that they can't do shit. In the first half, they're going out there scoring touchdowns and stopping them on defense,
It's not an abnormal series of type of play from what could be considered a young team or a team that's pulling itself out of the depths of suctitude to not be able to put a full 48 minutes together. It's just
60 minutes.
60, sorry. My mind's already to basketball bitching with the Celtics. It's not, those are fairly common things you see in a team like this. Obviously it's frustrating to watch. And, obviously the big question now, you go Sunday Night Football against the Ravens, who are certainly a lesser team than the Bills, but
almost the same team, though. They're almost the same team. You got Lamar Jackson, who can scramble and make plays on his feet. You got Mark Andrews, big tight end. We have no safety help. You bitch about it all the time. Where's the safety on this team? You're going to have guys open in the middle of the field. You got Zay Flowers, who's an exploding wide receiver down the field. You got Derrick Henry. Yeah, he's in his 30s, but he can still pound the ball. This team's not going to be taken lightly, and they need a win to keep in the playoff hunt. So it's going to be another big test for them under the spotlight. Everyone's going to be watching Sunday Night Football.
I don't disagree. 2 things for positivity for the Patriots here. Every time they've been on a national televised game this year, they have showed out in a big way, including the first Bills game against real competition. The everything you said is correct to a lesser degree from the Bills. None of those players are what the Bills players are. Lamar Jackson is not Josh Allen. Mark Andrews is not Dawson Knox or Kincaid. Zay Flowers is not even, he's probably faster than some of those Buffalo wide receivers, but they don't have that same connection. They're just not as good of a team. And especially this season, they are the amplitude for just like playing shitty for no good reason is as high as I have ever seen it from the Baltimore Ravens. And where Josh Allen did not give you a turnover in that game in Foxborough,
Lamar Jackson will.
fully expect Lamar Jackson to give you one of those. Lamar Jackson doesn't make that throw to Shakir on 4th and 2. He doesn't even think about it. That like he kind of scrambles and gets blown up. They're just stupider. They're just a dumber team. So
Yeah.
between those two things, you should be in a decent position to beat the Ravens. Although, yeah, I would not bet them to. I think the Patriots are a massive question mark, and they have been all season long.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Christian Gonzalez? You said in the text exchange, I'll let you have the floor, but it's getting eye-opening week in and week out.
Do not pay this man his monies. Christian Gonzalez, who is up for a contract extension, the likes of Sauce Gardner, if you were to listen to any of the reports heading into the season, widely considered one of the top cornerbacks in the league, consistently, game after game, is getting blown by in coverage at least once, if not twice, by guys whose names I couldn't tell you or pronounce. Now, talk to the professionals. Let me know if it's a zone coverage and a communication issue as opposed to straight man-to-man. I know they've played a lot of zone, and they've got burnt in zone coverage this year, left and fucking right all day long. But regardless, I mean, the question for me is Christian Gonzalez a good player? Yeah, Christian Gonzalez is a good player.
Is he elite?
Is Christian Gonzalez elite? And are you going to spend that amount of money for a player on a team that is not willing to spend a lot of money on players? My answer is no. He has underperformed this season, is the way that I would describe that. He has been an underperformer.
Yeah. I think he's been getting exposed week in and week out the past 3 weeks. I mean, there's been like quarterbacks used to be scared to go to his side. I don't know when it started, but maybe 5 weeks ago against the Bucs, they're just going after him. They don't give a fuck. They're throwing at him. And I don't know if there's something on tape that people are seeing, but yeah, it's more and more weekly that you see them going after him. And you're going to start playing guys that are household names that you will be able to pronounce in the playoffs. And if you are getting exposed, we don't want you here.
Well, it feels like his style of play. It feels like he can't react fast. And maybe that's due to his hamstring injury, but I don't want to give him that excuse. He's like 22 years old.
Yeah.
So like, get over it. It feels like he's not reacting fast enough. And look, he doesn't suck. He throws his head in there. He's made some big tackles. He has played decent coverage throughout. It's not like they're exposing him for 10 catches a game or whatever. It just, when you're talking that elite status, we should not see guys running past him 2 or 3 times a game, especially when they're not top elite wide receivers. We expect more out of him. And again, maybe it's the defense, but I think the sample size is too big to blame it on the defense. I think Christian Gonzalez has underperformed as an elite coverage wide receiver. Also, how many game-changing plays can you remember from Christian Gonzalez? How many game-changing interceptions or causing fumble plays? I think he's just a good, solid cornerback, but not of like Stephon Gilmore was a good, solid cornerback, but he shut down that side of the field when you needed him to. That has yet to be seen from Christian Gonzalez, in my opinion, in his career.
Yeah.
So, but it really just comes down to the money. You can't pay that guy top dollar. You just can't. You can't, based on the performance this year so far.
No. The other thing I had too was missing Spillane and Milton Williams. Would that have changed the outcome of the game, you think? Or a lot is being said about Robert Spillane dressing but not playing. No one knows why. Obviously, he wears the green dot. He's Bobby's guy. What do you take for that?
I didn't see, it didn't feel like there was a lot of blown coverage, which you could blame that, like missing your middle linebacker and communication. It didn't feel like necessarily communication was the issue. It just seemed like their defense got beat in the middle of the field. Once the adjustment the Bills made, how no team comes in here and throws the ball to their running backs and tight ends from the get-go is baffling to me. The immediate adjustment they made was checking it down to their running backs and then getting their tight ends involved in the middle of the field and basically eliminating any downfield plays. And then as soon as they did that, they were getting 5-6 yards a clip, and then it opened up the running game for Cook, who would then go for 4 or 5 yards. That's how you beat this defense. We said it all season long. They've got no playmakers in the middle of the field, from the linebacking core to the safety. I don't think Spillane makes a difference there. However, Milton Williams has been a massive loss for them in the pass rush category all since he's been out.
Yeah.
They cannot get a pressure on a quarterback running 4, even sometimes 5 guys. Milton Williams was doing that single-handedly, or at least helping the efforts there when he was
helping get guys through there, like Landry and Barmore. Like he was taking the double team on, freeing up those guys for one-on-one matchups or helping someone get off the edge. So yeah, I mean, losing Milton Williams, like if we play them in the playoffs, hopefully he's healthy enough to come back, bounce back, and play them. But yeah, he was definitely missed. Spillane, I don't know. Everyone's making a big deal about Spillane not playing. I don't really see that being a big issue. If he was there, I still see them losing because, like you said, the tight ends just were fucking getting passes like the 3rd and 15 to Kincaid or to Knox. I forgot which one it was. But yeah, I mean, they were that middle of the field. It's the safeties that you have problems with that you need to address come this offseason.
Yeah, Woodson can't cover it. They had Marcus Jones covering Kincaid and Knox, which we love
me
Marcus
going against
Jones. You can't teach size. Love Marcus Jones, but his number one downfall as a football player is his size. And every time we've seen him go against receivers, pass catchers that are bigger than him, he loses.
Yeah, and he always will.
And he always will. Sorry, it's just going to happen. So, yeah, getting Milton Williams back anytime you can take on a double team like a Tuesday night out of range, you are going to open up a gaping hole. Believe you me.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Irene. We'll be right back. Oh, we got headlines?
I got headlines.
All right. We're going to throw it over to headlines with the obvious one.
Thank you there, Richard. It started off great Sunday when the Patriots opened up a 21-0 lead, but the reigning MVP said, hold my beer, as the Buffalo Bills surged back in the second half to beat the Patriots 35-31. Patriots fall to 11-3 and hold a 1-game lead on those Bills for the AFC East. The Pats travel to Baltimore for Sunday Night Football against the Ravens. The Celtics dropped 2 games first last week versus the Milwaukee Bucks, who didn't have Giannis Antetokounmpo, 116-111. A Bucks team was led by Kyle Kuzma with 31 points. Then on Monday night, losing to the first-place team in the East, Detroit Pistons, 112-105. Boston falls to 15-11 and play the Heat next. It continues to get bad for Boston sports as the Bruins lose to the Minnesota Wild 6-2 on Sunday. They host the Utah Mammoth, who also I call Rich's mom, Tuesday night at the Garden. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you, Richard.
The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q.